Now to shift gears here, we're going to look at a developing story with Renita Young, senior markets correspondent here for the network. So Renita, this story is breaking my heart because I am an avid fan of not only Uber Eats but also Drizly, and they've decided apparently to shutter that aspect of their business. Walk us through the story. Oh.
So Drizly was a good idea, right? But I bet Uber thought it was too during the pandemic. But I feel like this was going to happen. You know why? Because back in 2020, a year before Uber acquired Drizly, Uber Eats had already started delivering groceries, which included alcoholic beverages. And so by the time it bought Drizly a year later in 2021, it was kind of late to the party, and one would figure, would they continue to need both? Now, what's more, Uber said that the majority of Drizly customers already had Uber accounts, and also Uber Eats beverage and alcohol category has doubled over in the past year. So if you already have one, do you really need the other, the catch-all app, And that's really what Uber wants to focus on. It wants to focus on that core Uber Eats strategy that'll help customers get almost anything from food to beverages to groceries to alcoholic beverages in one single app. But critics say Drizly was not really a super duper match for Uber anyway. It was an odd match because it did not hire or contract drivers, and it also gave the back-end tech allowing local liquor stores to complete their own deliveries. But reports say that the bigger issue might have actually been cybersecurity. Drizly had confirmed back in 2020 a hack exposed the information of around 2.5 million customers, right? 2.5 million customers. But Drizly did not say that it actually knew this for about 2 years before actually fixing the issue. And so these reports, they come out today of Drizly now being shut down very soon by Uber. But that cybersecurity issue seems like a far bigger issue than what the other issue is, Jenny.
Yeah, and cybersecurity right now is a headline risk you want to avoid at all costs, especially for a company as exposed to the consumer and exposed to like my credit card information as Uber is. So even though Drizly will have a special spot in my heart because it delivered alcohol when all of these stores were closed during the pandemic, I can understand, I completely agree that this seems like it makes sense at this point, but we will leave it there. A really great breakdown on all things Uber. Slightly higher on the session here, Renita Young, senior markets correspondent.